So I'm with Terry today, just putting the gloves on my 5 weeks old nails. And then we can start doing her nails. She didn't have them done for
March.
since March. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we will have to do a nice fresh set for her. So I'm just sanitizing her hands. Just rub it in. Just, yeah. And then dehydrate the nail plate before I will start doing any work.
10 and boy is 13, 23, 13, yeah?
And push back the cuticles.
In high school. High school, yeah, but daughter go to Landover.
Alright. I have grandchildren in London.
So her cuticles needing a little bit more work than usual.
7. I think it's 7. Too many.
So this lady is actually my neighbor as well.
Sorry, you just tell me.
And now I'm just going to file a little bit on the cuticle as well. And because we're usually going for an almond shape, I will be using a sculpting forms to do this set. So I'm just filing one side first, and then I will put my e-file into the reverse and file the other side. I'm not doing excessive cuticle work at this stage. I usually finish them off like just before the color application.
Sorry, how long have you been over here? Of November.
And that's the basic cuticle work. Like I'm kind of really tidy up the tissue from the nail plate at this stage.
Last year, August, and I'm here quite only November.
And now I'm going to file the free edge so I can apply the forms and scratch the surface of the nail plate.
My husband's family here live 20 years.
For the natural nails, I'm always using 180 grit. And I need to pick up the phone.
Old sisters, and I need to put
Okay, so I'm just filing the free edge
very strong.
with the 180 grit
Don't worry, that's okay. Not broken.
and the surface of the natural nail plate. They're splitting a little bit.
Good morning, give us a sec. Just a second.
Yeah, pretty busy morning.
It certainly is. That's what you want, though.
Yeah, definitely, especially after the lockdown.
Gorgeous. It's been really strange.
Yeah, weird, like been locked for so many months. But at least you have done your garden.
Yes, it's looking good.
I'm happy with mine this year as well.
That's good. You still got your fish?
Yes, and the pump broke actually, so we have to replace it, but now the water is crystal clear because we
Good.
also replaced the UV light, and UV light kills the bacteria which are in
Of course, yes.
in the water, so fishes are really happy now, and they even lay the eggs. So cross the
Oh,
fingers.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, so cross the fingers. I have managed to move some of the eggs, and yeah, hopefully baby fishes will arrive, but only if they got the male sperm, like I'm not sure how to say it.
I must tell my grandsons because they love coming down to the gate.
But we had some kids yesterday throwing the stones in there as well, so I'm always scared they might hurt the fish,
Oh gosh, yes.
Okay? Yeah.
and that would be a disaster. So yeah, I've got about 22 fishes in my garden pond.
Brilliant. Oh, my oldest grandson, he just loves anything to do with animals.
So you can see I have prepared a nail plate already on those nails, and then they will be ready for the form applications.
Well, I've missed getting them done.
Okay, he's doing one extension.
No, I've been doing a lot of painting. Painting all my bedroom furniture. Grey and silver.
Grey and silver and the sparkles. Yes. So that's my lady, which is loving the most of the sparkles. Each time she gets a sparkly nails, and guess what we are going to do today? Again, sparkly nails.
Your daughter, is she back at school?
Yes, my daughter is back in school, all nice dress up and smart looking, and
She'll be quite happy being back.
yeah, you know, she can always meet with the friends there
Yes.
and enjoy some time rather than being in the house, especially that the school stopped in March as well. So
It's been so long for them. Well, I've had another great granddaughter during lockdown.
oh, congratulations!
Another one.
So
She's
that's
called Blossom.
oh my goodness, this is the most beautiful name then. We had the nephew as well born during the lockdown. He came 3 weeks earlier.
Very nice. What's he called?
Luca.
Oh, lovely.
But it was so tiny. Like tiny.
Oh, they grow quick.
Oh, I can tell after Olivia. So as you can see, guys, I'm each time protecting also the client nail folds by squeezing them in my hands so I don't file and I don't hurt my client. And if you see any splitting like this on the nail plate, you need to really file them off because otherwise this splitting could pull the gel and the extensions could come off in this place. In most of the cases in a salon I use tips. It's only like a clients which book in for a sculpting nails, but Terry wants to have a nice almond shaped nails, so we will just sculpt them, and also I will show you how I do it, a full sculpted set on the client as well. Again, pretty difficult setup because I've got camera just in front of my nose and the cameraman is not in here. So it always feels awkward for me to record in a salon, really uncomfy. My sweet pea is finally giving some blooms. Patrick was worried that it's not going to give the flowers this year, but I start giving the flowers and it looks nice.
They're lovely. I love sweet peas.
It smells so nice.
Oh, don't they? I've got a very deep purple clematis and it's some height. It's beautiful this year.
We had some as well, but I didn't want it. It looks good, but on the fence, like I kind of wanted something which I can tidy up for the winter. Now I'm using a nail dehydrator, which is a blue scrub, to remove any dirt and oils from the nail plate. And then extra dehydrator.
Again? What is your name? For infills.
And then we can start form application.
No, yes, it's a
So that's the forms I'm using.
So, are you still gonna be there? Okay. Yes, okay, thank you.
And then I take my scissors
Was that okay?
Yeah.
and I'm going to cut the form a little bit. So there we've got pretty nice shaped natural nails. So I have only cut it to make it wider for the nail folds. Pre-pinch in my
Very
hands.
small. Very easy.
Yes, it's very easy. Thank you.
And then apply the nail form.
Yes, very good. I think you're doing good.
Thank you.
I'm usually do it only couple forms so I can start
It's better than trying.
curing the gel.
I mean, I can't see you like it.
I'm very waiting September because I can.
And then pre-pinch again in between the fingers.
English.
Good for you.
It's very good teacher.
So because we have pre-pinched it, it is
Very good.
easier to pinch. Because we have cut it, it is easier to apply the form and pinch it nice.
I like it.
You need to learn to let
Yes,
you. I think you do.
because I need learning because I stay here.
And another one.
I need English.
Do you speak English at home?
No. I'm speaking
Cut it, cut it. The wider the nails, the wider you cut.
because if she go to school and every child talking
And then I secure the form by squeezing it in on the top, and then I can close it.
and she maybe don't understand, but I think time ago
So usually that will be the first 4 fingers I will apply the forms on.
talking.
This one maybe I don't have to even cut it. I will try it without of cutting.
Friends.
And you can also see how I'm kind of hiding the form
Yeah.
from the client view,
Very good speak.
so they don't help me too much with the application, because then it starts becoming too difficult. So I'm relaxing the hand to check the side view.
Yes, friends.
Maybe not as relaxed. That's perfect. And I need to see the side view.
Try English. And she say, Mama,
Okay, so I'm just checking my form application, and yeah, we are ready to go.
I need telephone because I'm not editor.
And I'm going to use the light rose. That's the one which I usually use. Put it on the side so it doesn't move. Because during the application of the forms we have touched the forms, I'm going to use the nail dehydrator again, and then the universal air bond on the entire nail plate.
My boy.
I have to wait for it to dry. So when I'm waiting, I can start preparing another forms.
Learning French.
Usually I manage to get one.
He's very, very happy.
To do it.
Yes. He's very happy and he likes this
So he likes
language.
French and
Yes.
your language of English.
Mm. Every day boy come back home and he says
Okay, and I take the right hand.
French.
Lovely.
So each time I take my brush, I clean it.
And he is really good at languages. He's got lots of languages. He just likes them. It's good. Yeah, it's
Just if there is any dust on it, you don't want to bring that into the nails. And then nice and thin layer on the entire nail plate. And then we are going to build the free edge. So Terry usually doesn't have too long nails, and that's what we are going to do. Today it's not too bad with the weather, but yesterday it was so warm. So I should be able to sculpt 2 at the time. Okay, inside the lamp. Perfect. And then when this hand goes inside the lamp, I can apply another form and do another nail. I should pull these gloves off. I don't work with the gloves normally. So I'm sliding the form underneath and then close it. Universal air bond. Wait a couple seconds for it to dry. And then we are going to apply the gel on the next one. So nice and thin layer first. And then pick up slightly bigger scoop where the free edge is. Change. So nice and thin, slightly more where the free edge is.
Feel okay?
Change. So I'm just freezing the product so it doesn't run. And this part is always the most difficult, like, because there is a risk someone might be banging the form or it might move. Change. So I have changed the hand even if I didn't apply the gel, just because I need to gently pinch those nails. And apply on the next one. Change. Try to put your hand tiny bit more inside, like the pinky didn't cure properly. and at the free edge. I'm always applying a little bit more product than I needed, change. So I've got something to shape. Now this one is cooked, so I can remove the form, and that's when the things start becoming much easier, especially for a client, and putting the hand inside the lamp. I also always remove all these forms before I apply the form on the thumb, just because usually clients don't put their hand fully inside and then the thumb doesn't cure. So now nice and thin layer on the entire nail, apex, change, just to save the time I already applied the nail prep. So second layer, nice and thin, and now my apex. Change. Nice and thin layer, and then the apex. And with the apex, I kind of shape the nail, change. So you can see I've got a little bit of the rough free edge, but that's something which we remove very easily with the one move of the file. Not so.
No.
It's just to make them a little bit more narrow. So you have seen me also using the pinching clamps, and I don't always use the pinching clamps on the clients, just because the pinching clamps give a really strong pinch. And the apex area. Change. So nice and thin layer. Change. Now I can pull another form off. Then nice and thin. Tiny bit more at the free edge.
I used to bite them right down to but no more.
Change. And then after this one, we can finally apply the form on the thumb. making sure I've got enough product on the sides, and I rather always to put it a little bit more than not enough. Don't lose the contact with your brush, because then you'll bring lots of air bubbles. Change. Yeah, so we're missing only 3 more forms, so that's a pinky. Pre-pinch it in between the fingers. Squeeze it and apply it on. When I wait for the Universal Air Bond to dry, I'm just sculpting this one. Perfect, change. And yes, we can apply the product on the farm, the forms and the product on the farm now. So this the way the client can put the hand fully inside the lamp. Now you can see the side view properly. I usually keep the tabs kind of open, so this way the form doesn't go too much down. I don't like when the nail's going too much down. I rather make them straight. I think they look much nicer. So nice and thin layer. Covering the entire nail plate. Then tiny bit more product. Change. It's usually best and easiest if the client's hand is actually a little bit down the way, so then the gel just goes into the right direction. One side, other side, one side, other side. And then change. I'm checking if it's cured. Because if you would pinch the product which is uncured, it would lift from the nail plate. Actually, she's got really nice stamps, so they don't need much of the pinching. So nice and thin layer. And build up the apex. And it's starting getting warmer and warmer. So I need to ask Terry to put just the thumb on his own. And help it to hold it in a straight direction so it doesn't run too much. It is actually getting... I open the window. Not that it will help, but it is very clammy today, I feel like. But yesterday, gosh, we had such an amazing weather. Okay, you can put all your hand inside.
Friday was very hot.
Yes, and Saturday as well.
Oh God, yes.
Actually, all weekend was fantastic. Change. And now I can pull this form away. Wait a couple seconds for the other nail to cure, then swap it and fully cure this hand so we can start shaping it. So to don't lose the time, I'm just going to prepare the last form. Perfect. Change your hands. And we've got the last thumb. So like making sure there is no gaps in the form. I'm not bothered too much about this part. I can even, like, you know, bend it or do whatever. The most important part is the part to the S letter for me, because that's the place where I'm going to put my extension on. Okay, wait for it to dry. So in the meantime, I can pull this form away. And now apply the product here. Sorry, that's it. No, not as stressed. That's perfect. So nice and thin. Then more product at the free edge. Change. Just nicely fill it in, like right to the end.
Right to the end.
Yeah,
Right.
perfect. So this is the first time when I'm doing a full sculpted set on you, isn't it? Yeah, because we usually was doing rebalance, because the natural nails have been nice. It's good to give the instruction to the clients, like how to behave with the forms on, because it is actually a pretty difficult task to get the hand into the lamp without banging it, and that's my damage your work. So it's good to kind of let the clients know what you are doing. Great, I will just clean them again and then apply the apex on the thumb. And now we will need to make it nice and straight, like to the lamp. Sorry, I banged the camera with the head. It's just like, if you would see this setup, you would laugh, like the camera is just right in front of my nose. So apex, one side, other side, one side, other side. Don't lose the contact with the gel. Then inside. Now nice and straight. Perfect. Just for the first few seconds is the most important, and then we can just put the hand filler inside. Yeah, now I'm putting my fan on and I'm going to shape those nails and tidy up the cuticles. I might actually show you maybe on the one hand or two hands, we will see. Nice and straight, nice and straight. Now I need to really watch, because Terry has some wee nick, and that could turn into the paronychia. And we're going for a nice almond shape. And as I told you, like, it was looking really bad at the free edge, but it's not many moves of the files, so we can change the shape. And then around the cuticle area. And I'm working with only 180 grit files, so it is not like a big gradation. It's a nice and gentle file. Now I need to smooth out my free edge, especially on the sides. And you can put your hand fully inside. Perfect. So I'm very careful when filing this area because it might be sore. Is it sore?
No.
Like because of this place. Okay, and I've got first nail shaped. Same on this one, nice and straight. Look at my filing lines, so nice and straight. Nice and straight, and now I'm starting shaping it into the almond shape. So V shape first. Blend everything around this cuticle area. You don't want any product there. I'm kind of also relaxing Terry's hand just so I can check the shape. Same in here, nice and straight. And this is the magic move, like it's always changing a lot in a shape. Now they will be ready for a gardening again.
I need to wear gloves.
I'm so bad for not wearing the gloves in the garden as well. But you can't feel the petals and the flowers.
Yes. I find that the hand gel, I think it's made my hands
And very dry.
dry.
Yes, the hand sanitizer. See, actually this is a good information for you guys as well. I even had an allergy for the hand sanitizer because obviously we are sanitizing clients' hands all the time. And because I was using it constantly, it made my hands to peel. I changed it to the different brand and I'm okay with it now. Like I'm using this one now.
Right.
And I can really
Feel the difference.
feel the difference, like my hands are absolutely fine. So maybe just change the brand. It could be just one of the ingredients which...
Doesn't agree. Right. Where did you get that one, Dorota?
I mean, this one is from the Nail Perfect, so, but I could order some for you. I think it's $5.99 for a bottle like this. So I'm checking the free edge by lifting the nails a little bit. Nice and straight, nice and straight. So this one is a little bit longer. I'm just going to shorten it first. I'm checking the free edge so it's nice and thin. We don't like too thick nails. And the thumb, so nice and straight, nice and straight. I've got it, yeah, I've got it now. Okay, get my free edge shaped first and now remove the excess. We was actually supposed to record the tutorial on your nails just before the lockdown, I think.
We were.
Yeah.
Yes. Had to get Alicia to cut them.
How long did they last at you?
Oh gosh, to near the end of April, and then Alicia cut them down a bit for me.
So that's decent from February
Yes.
till end of April.
It lasted a long time. But they always do, Dorota.
So we've got them all shaped.
Lovely.
We just need to make them nice and smooth with the buffer. And to do that, I'm just buffing first of all very quick. Just all of them, like nice and quick. But look what I'm doing here and here. I'm protecting the fingers. And then around the cuticle area. Very careful on this side. Blend everything so that so you cannot see really the place where the gel is starting. And with the buffer we can also perfect the shape at the free edge as well, like, you know, go and just like play with the gentle moves. But first of all, blend all that out and then touch up. Okay, so everything is nicely filed and buffed now. I can remove the dust and move into the cuticles because they very need me. Again, minimal work. And I'm not touching this place because it's already inflamed. I'm using 2mm tool. It's really nice and precise one. Again, don't do it if you're not experienced nail tech.
Yes.
Cool. So that's my nails ready for the gel polish application. I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other hand and then come back to you. Okay, so that's the nails filed and now we can just paint them and do a design. So I'm just cleaning them before the application of the gel polish. And we can put that sparkle in.
Probably like cotton.
Muted. This sparkles look so nice.
It's lovely. It's like a lilac-y silver.
Yes, and then I was
Beautiful.
thinking to do some flowers to match your jumper as well, like a wee blue with some pink, so they will be blue, pink and purple.
Lovely.
You can actually hardly see what I'm doing now. Going into funny positions. This hand goes inside. Yeah, I think next time, sorry guys, the camera is going to be more side view because otherwise I just can't see what I'm doing. Painting a nails blind. Actually, everything with the camera takes much longer. The thumb. Change. We have been on the bikes on the, there is a waterfall, like when you drive on Banavi way and then you keep driving and turning
Up
left.
towards Gerlochy, is it?
Yes, must be. It's so beautiful in there.
Oh, there's some lovely places.
Yeah, we're so lucky living in where we
Yeah.
live.
Enjoy the bike.
Yeah, it's nice. You can go to the places where you cannot go with the
Yeah,
car.
that's true.
Some of the girls which watch me on the YouTube asked about the biker nails as well. So I've got one lady which rides on the bike quite a lot. I thought I will use her as well, like to do
Good.
some kind of biker nails.
I must watch it. My two grandsons, they got bikes, motorbikes for their birthdays.
It's great if you've got a company to.
Well, Kenny uses his bike a lot, and the two wee ones, although they're only 5 and 3, they're naturals. He's always had bikes, Kenny.
So that's the second layer of the gel polish.
I love the colour.
Yeah, you always love the sparkles. I know what to pick up for you.
My skin.
Yes, color my skin.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
I'm just checking also if I'm still in the camera view. Fab, change your hands. Now we are going to put some colors on a piece of this wee foil. Actually, I might try to move it. And I move this camera. And we're going to paint some flowers. I mean, more like the petals of the flowers. And paint on French gel, which I don't have it. Nia, do you've got maybe a paint on French gel I could borrow? See, guys, I need to grab my new paint on French gel. I don't know what's happened with mine. So I'm just taking a tiny bit of that on the foil as well. And then dip in my brush in dark color and this pink color. So this way I've got purples, I've got whites, I've got all sorts of different colors. And now we are going to paint those wee flowers. petals actually. I'm pressing hard and light, hard and light. Change.
Wow.
They're not finished yet.
I love the colours.
But yes, the colors are really nice. They so go together.
They do.
And another one. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just doing couple squiggles,
Okay.
pressing harder and lighter,
10 minutes
harder and lighter.
for infills, right?
I'm actually recorded this flowers tutorial as well, and I thought they look so nice. Change.
Okay, then you can pick. Okay, just 10 minutes, okay?
And what I love about it is that the colors mix so
Kindly take
nice.
some time in the morning.
Yeah.
This is the worst hand. It's always hard to do right hand.
This one is a little bit too white, so I'm just going to that's better. Change.
Very close.
That's great. Change. And now I'm just going to paint a couple of the white lines to finish this design.
What kind of color you are looking for? Some sparkles?
No. I usually have to sparkle, yeah.
So paint on French gel.
You had this one
Yeah,
before.
I think so.
And then I take my brush and we are going to finish off those petals. So ideally I want to keep the hand on this more onto the side.
That's my favorite one. I want this one.
Yeah, I really want to. You're ready. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you for your
And just finish off those petals with the couple of the lines.
autumn.
Fabulous.
Lovely.
Nice.
Fantastic.
It's amazing how they do it, isn't it?
Oh, Dorota's fabulous. She really
Yes,
is.
the best.
Creamy, something like this. Green. Ah, green. 35.
How much?
35. 35.
Like you. I lost my card last time.
I will put this
Yeah?
one.
No, I took the phone out to photograph and it must have fallen
So it's
out.
going to be a little bit too clear.
Somebody found it, but I cancelled it by then.
Well, I would have done the same actually.
still.
Aye.
Just went up to the bank and cancelled.
So you would like to mix the
Yes, please.
Press it harder and then lighter.
And a card.
Yes, okay.
I lost the card last
So by adding those white lines, we exchange the design even more.
12 okay. Yes.
So how are you today?
Tuesday.
And couple of the dots.
How are you today?
Change.
Monday, Tuesday.
So they kind of, I'm easier with this hand because I have no camera on front of my nose, so, but thank you so much, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can't see where I'm going. So, I went to shove that up. I need to wait one back in the car and see if I can
Is Jimmy not well?
tighten the...
No, Jimmy's got vascular dementia. He's had 2 strokes and then he's taken this. So he'll be about 72 next month.
Oh, really?
Aye, yeah. We have good days, bad days.
Aye, exactly. Yeah.
Let's get on with it. Devon's fine with yourself?
So you can see it, couple more of the white lines.
Fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Have a good day. Bye.
So it is nothing overly too complicated to do it, but it looks pretty nice.
Putting the thing off for you.
No, I put extensions on because this hand is always harder to do.
Okay, and that's the next flowers finish. We can swap the hands,
Nails.
put the top coat, lots of cuticle oil. I'm glad you like it. I know you like sparkles and flowers.
lovely,
That's all what you
Dorota.
like.
Whenever I bought myself
See, I'm quite lucky as well, guys, because the clients usually let me do whatever I want. So,
with it clean, it's all sparkly, stuff like, but my nails were all
but I think it's just because
so I got some
you kind of get to know your clients and you know what they like, what they don't like.
your nail and thing, and then
Yes.
So as long as I've got some sparkles on Terry's nails, she is happy. And it's so easy actually, because each time Terry comes with different outfits, so I'm trying to kind of match it, the colors she likes as well. Change.
I realised now I was doing it all wrong. I was putting base coat on and then
Oh, I got you dirty.
That's all right.
putting the base coat on and then the gel itself,
Okay.
and it wasn't sticking properly.
No, it's not
So-
working like this.
So
Base is going only for gel polish. So,
since I thought I should put the base on after I put the
even not that. Like when you're putting gel on that.
And the top coat on the
you don't
fan.
have base at all. Just we have defibrillators, earphones, gel, color, and then just top coat.
And we can swap the hands. So I can show you finally the finished look.
Okay.
I'm just going to clean Terry's hands. And then we can take a beautiful picture.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the hands looks much better now.
100 times better.
Yeah, so I can show you guys what we have. No, I can't show you this way. I show you this way what we have produced today. Little flowers, nothing overly too complicated, just a little bit of color to break down the sparkles. And then I show you on the other hand as well. So by painting those few squiggles, we can kind of make a very quick and easy flowers.
They're fabulous.
Yeah, something different, because we had one stroke on you before, we had some squiggles, and so I thought those petals will be something nice.
And we'll do something different again the next time.
Yeah, and of course we will do something different the next time as well. So that's the finished results, and I will take a nice picture of it so I can use it for a thumbnail. I hope you have really enjoyed watching this tutorial, guys. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. And I'm looking forward to see you next time. Glittery hugs and bye for now.